Hi students, it's Mr. Nguyen. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about angles that are formed by transversal and parallel lines and how to find the measure angles, the angle measures of those angles. So before we begin though, let's review really quick. When we have two parallel lines and a transversal. So line EL here is the transversal. So when that happens, 8 angles are formed. And among these 8 angles, there are two relationships that exist among them, right? So the first relationship is the congruent relationship, right? So there are 4 angle pairs that are actually congruent. The vertical angles are always congruent. We also have alternate um, interior angles that are congruent. So these are pairs, right? So 2 alternate interior angles that are congruent. We have 2 alternate exterior angles that are congruent. And then finally, we have corresponding angles uh, that are congruent, right? So we have 4 pairs of angles that are congruent, and we'll see them. We'll talk about them. Secondly, we have a supplementary relationship, and there are 3 angle pairs that are supplementary in this situation. We have linear pairs. Okay? So 2 angles. Linear pairs are always supplementary. So regardless of whether these lines are parallel or not. So we have linear pair. We have same side interior. Same side interior. I can spell side interior, and of course same side exterior. Supplementary, right? So we'll talk about these, and we'll um, work out problems to find the measures. Okay. All right, so before we begin, I need you guys to understand that when you have congruent relationship, your setup will always be angle 1 equals angle 2, right? So that's the congruence relationship. And when you have supplementary, you're going to do angle 1 plus angle 2, okay, whatever the angles are, plus angle 2 equals 180. All right, so these are the 2 relationships here that you're going to be using. And in geometry, you have to know the relationship in order to set up the equation, okay, in order to solve for whatever you need to solve for. All right, so let's begin with this first example here. We are given, these are just to tell you that the lines are parallel, and then, some facts are true. If they're not parallel, then we can't assume certain things. FGE, so they're talking about this angle right here. That's the one we want to find. And they're giving us IJG. So IJG would be this angle right here. And if you know your angles, these are known as corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles that are in the same position, just in different locations, right? They correspond to each other. They are congruent, so we are going to put in 55 for that angle as well, okay? Congruent means they're equal. Excellent. Take a look at this one. Let's see. Now, if they start repeating, I'm gonna jump level. Okay. TSQ. So I always identify the angle that I want to find. So this is the angle I want, and the angle that's given to me, RSV. So RSV would be this angle right here. Okay. So if you know your vertical angles, these are called verticals. And they are equal to each other, so they're congruent. We put 68 in. Submit. All right, so the trick here is to label your angles and find out what they are and how they're related, okay, to find the missing angle. So HIL is this angle right here. Goes from H to I to L, so the middle is the angle. MLI. MLI I. So it's this angle right here. If you know your angles, these are called alternate because they go from one side to the other of the transversal. And they're inside of the parallel lines. So parallel lines kind of like a lane that you drive on, and this is inside of the lane, right? So these are called alternate interior angles, and their relationship is congruent. So they are equal to each other, so we put 117 for that angle, right? They're equal. Okay. All right, next one. So far we have a lot of congruent relationships. We have not seen any supplementary yet. So let's see if this is one. EFD. EFD, okay, we want this little one up here, EFD, and then HIF, HIF, this one right here. Oh, again, they're corresponding, right? You see they're in the same system. They actually line on top of each other if you put this parallel on top of this parallel, or this line on top of this line, okay? So they are congruent, so we're going to put 50 in there. This is repeating, so let's see what these are. We have HIL, HIL, wait, HIL, what's this one? This big one right here, HIL. And then MLI, MLI, again, this one over here, they are alternate interior, and they are equal to each other. So I'm going to put 137. I am at gem level, just to change up the pace here a little bit, okay? Do this one, see if it's congruent again. I'm going to jump again, okay? So SRT, SRT, this angle right here, SR and then T, and then QRO, QRO. Okay, these are vertical angles, so again, they are congruent. 123, and then I'm going to skip, I'm going to jump level. All right, hopefully they'll give us something different. MNK, MNK is this one, and the one that's given to us, JKI, JKI. Oh my gosh, they are corresponding again. So they are congruent. 119.8. I don't think these problems have anything other than congruent. Oh well. All right, let's do this one. KLI. KLI. So it's this angle right here. And then we have HIG. HIG. Are you kidding me? They're corresponding again. That's all you have? It's corresponding? Come on. I don't like this. Give us some other relationship, will you? EFD. EFD. This one. HIF. This one again. Corresponding again. What? This 116. 116.2. That's all it is. It's just congruent. They haven't given us any other type of angles. Let's see if that gem level. Maybe gem zone will give me some other angles. All right, TUS is the one I want. TUS. TUS is right here. And WXU. WXU. OMG. I don't like this at all, guys. So far, everything has been congruent. I haven't seen any supplementary whatsoever. MLJ, MLJ, this one. POL, POL. Really? This is not right. There's something wrong with this practice. It can be given as just congruent segments. I mean, I know this is random, but still, I don't, it doesn't make any sense. LMO, LMO, right here. NMJ, NMJ. Again, These vertical angles, they're congruent. These are all congruent relationships. Wow. I want to go to 100 to see if my theory is true. This is inductive reasoning, right? There's a pattern. It's keep giving us congruent relationships. So I'm guessing from now until 100, it's all congruent relationship. EFI, EFI is this one right here. GFD, GFD, vertical angles again, congruent. 113.6. It's not going to give us any supplementary whatsoever. Wow. EFH, EFH, this outside one here, and then BCF, BCF, OMG, corresponding, again, 120.3. I mean, it cannot be this easy, really. You guys are probably just as sick as I am. LKM, LKM is this one that we want. JKM, JKM. Oh, finally, JKM is this one, and then all right. So these are linear pair, and they are supplementary. So to find the missing one, you do. Oops, my handwriting is actually pretty bad, so I'm gonna type. So these are supplementary, right? I'm gonna mark the angles again. This is the one we want, right? The big one. Okay. This is the one that they've given us, the little one. Right? Finally, they're giving us a supplementary relationship. Supplementary relationship is angle 1. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180, right? So to find angle 2, you do 180 minus the given one, which is 53.9 to find the missing one, right? And um, the answer is something 0.1, right? So let's say you can use your calculator. I don't think my calculator exists anymore. I lost my calculator. Oh, great. Okay. Well, let me do my calculator on my phone. Actually, I don't need a calculator. The answer should be, let's say 126.1, 126.1. If I add that to 50, will I get 130? So if this is 54, that would have been 126, right? 4. All right, let me type this in, see if I'm correct. Sometimes my brain fools me. There we go. Okay. So out of all the problems we've done, we saw one supplementary, but they do exist, okay? So just keep that in mind. I'm sorry that this practice didn't bring up a lot of those problems. MIL, MI, what? MLI is this thing right here. I was like, MIL? KLN, KLN. Okay, they give us another vertical pair, so this is congruent again. Okay, guys, so I'm sorry that this practice has a lot of congruent relationships, but just know that there are also supplementary relationships where you add them up to 180, right? So submit. All right, we are done. Well, I hope that was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.